For our class today, we had a visit from guest artist Jason Simon Bierenbaum, who's a spoken word artist and performer in Boston. And he worked with the group on creating the sense of place through character development.
Like there's uses for it, so what do you want the room of your art to feel like? Of this piece, yeah, start off.
So they started off with a Eucharist idea of a beach scene, which she described, and they all came into the scene, and once they were there, though, they just let it flow and improv, and Jason kind of encouraged them to follow through with impulses that they had related to being in this scene, which interestingly enough worked off of the group dynamic and involved friendships that had already formed. In the final exercise that they did with Jason, they created a scene at a high school. And interestingly enough, they all end up looking at some type of iPad or phone and gathering around it. Victor's over there looking at his own phone. And it made me wonder about their ideas of school.
There we go.
Okay, and then after I get there.
So after working on scenes with Jason, I gave them extra time to develop choreography using moves that they already knew, and giving them the challenge of creating a scene or else continuing our previous work on creating emotions. You can see this process is an insight into the messy sort of open forum that I gave to them to work together to develop their own choreography, and it's fun to watch how they worked it all out. We'll see the final product in a second.
We did it! And then let's do the ironing board.
They asked specifically not for music.
Opening gate! Opening gate!
Opening it.
So this group chose to create a more theatrical scene, and they were focusing on the theme of the emancipated city and approaching it pretty literally, using the circus acro more as symbols throughout their piece. And here they're creating the jail cell in which Victor, as the kind of revolutionary asking for freedom, has been imprisoned. And then they show the cell walls collapsing. Triumph!
Ready? 1, 2, go.
Look up, look up, look up, look up, look up.
This group took a more interpretive approach to creating their choreography. So at the end of both of the performances, we got together as one big group, and each group gave the other feedback about their performance, which included things that they really liked as audience members, like seeing and wanted to see more of, as well as some suggestions. Like I had one for Urbano, he needs to pull up his pants when performing and not have his back to the audience so much. But overall, the feedback was really helpful. So the next time we meet, they're going to be taking the feedback that they received and using it to refine the choreography that they worked on today.